Upon entering the shop, we saw Pinky and the rest of the main six sitting by a large round table in the middle of the room. The table they were sat on was blocking the way towards the counter, so this must have been why Pinky closed the shop early, so they could celebrate their friendship anniversary without any customers complaining. We all then headed over to the table to join them. Once we got close enough, Rainbow noticed us. "It's about time you guys got here. Where have you been?" she asked. "Sorry, girls. We have been averted to the library, but we're here now," Twilight said. She stood next to the table. Just in, ready no shining arm standing beside Twilight. "Oh, and who's your new friend?" she asked curiously. With that, Twilight wrapped her arm around Shining Armor's neck. "Everyone, this is my big brother, Shining Armor," she announced as Shining Armor waved his hoof at them. They all had surprised looks on their faces before Applejack looked at Twilight. "I didn't know you had a big brother. Where's he been all this time?" she asked. Twilight turned her head to face her. "He lives up at Kent a lot, but he's been away for a while," she explained. After hearing this, Applejack turned her attention back to Shining Armor. It's nice to meet you, Shining Armor," she said with a smile. Shining Armor looked at her and smiled back. "It's nice to meet you too." "Applejack, right?" he asked. Applejack nodded. "Yep, that's me," she answered. Suddenly, Pinkie Pie jumped up beside Shining with a large smile on her face, causing him to flinch with surprise. "You're Twilight's brother? Oh my gosh, I never knew Twilight had a brother, or any other Twilight safe for that matter. We should totally have a welcome party for you. Wouldn't that be fun? Huh? Pinkie said quickly with excitement. Shining didn't really know how to respond to Pinkie's words. I watched before I knew the other to catch the scent of something cooking. I then gained an idea to have Shining Armor. Pinkie, do I smell something cooking?" I asked. Pinkie looked over to me and smiled again. "Yeah, I'm making some special mugs for our party. As a matter of fact, I should probably go check on them before they get burnt," she said before she trotted away from the table and into the kitchen. Shining Armor then turned to look down at Twilight. "Well, you weren't kidding when you said she was a bit hyper," he said. Twilight smirked. "Well, that's Pinkie Pie for you," she said. "Yeah, but we love her anyway," I added. "Well, now that you're all here, we can finally get this party started," Dreamdust said, sounding desperate. Mary didn't look to us again. "And what are you all still staying around for? Come sit and join us," she said with a smile. We all then sat down by the table as we waited for Pinkie Pie to come back. While we were doing that, Spike tried not to make eye contact with Verity. She must still feel nervous about that whole issue with this greed. Sharon Pig flew off my back and landed in front of me on the table. After a few seconds, Pinkie Pie walked back in the room while bouncing a tray of muffins on her head. "All right, every pony, the muffins are ready," she announced as she came over to the table. Once Pinkie reached the table, Pinkie helped her by using her mouth to lift the tray off her head and placed it down on the table. I could smell the muffins from where I was sat, and they smelled really good. Flossie sniffed them before she looked at Pinkie Pie. "These muffins smell delicious. You've outdone yourself again, Pinkie," she stated. "Thanks. I used a very special recipe," Pinkie Pie stated. "Well, I hope they taste as good as they smell. They look absolutely wonderful," Verity said before she picked one up up with her magic. Me, Twilight, Shining Armor, and everyone but Rainbow Dash grabbed one. I don't really like muffins, but these two look good and they smell good too. What the hell, I'll try it, I thought. Well, everyone took a bite of the muffins. I took a bite out of mine and chewed it. To my surprise, they taste delicious. I swallowed before I spoke. "Whoa, I never thought a muffin would taste this good," I said. Shining Armor chewed his mouth before he swallowed. "Yeah, these are awesome," he said before he looked at the others. "So is anything special gonna happen at the festival tonight?" he asked. Rory tapped her chin before she spoke. "Well, Matthew was asked to perform a song at the festival with his band. What was the name again?" she asked herself. "The Bronies," I answered. Birdie nodded. "Oh yes, that was it. The Bronies. Quite an odd name, if you ask me," she stated. Shining Armor looked at me with raised eyebrow and a smile. "I didn't know you had a band." "Might have heard of it. Who was in it again?" I asked. "Well, I'm in it," I said. "So am I," Jeff stated. "Me too," Pee-wee added. "Me three," Spike also added. "Oh, but there's one more. Someone easily recognized." "Who was it?" Shining Armor said. He rubbed his chin as he tried to figure it out. I was about to tell before there was a bright flash of light discovered behind him. Me! Me! He said loudly, causing Shiny Armor to let out a small yell of fright. He spun around fast to see Discord. He then glared up at him. Oh, it's you. Now I remember, he said before he spun back around to face the table. Discord huffed. Well, it's not pleasant seeing you again either, he said as he crossed his arms. Twilight had a look of surprise on her face. Wait, you two have met before? She asked. Shiny Armor turned his head to face Twilight. Duh, everyone could see this creep running around the castle with those dogs of his. As if it was up to something, he said clear enough for everyone to hear. I already told you. I've left that lie behind. I've reformed. I'm not up to anything, Disco stated. Shiny Armor turned around and glared at him again. How does someone who's willing to believe any word you say? He said strongly before he turned back around the table. Disco growled down at him. Oh, you wanna go? Then let's go, he said before he snapped his fingers. With a flash of light, Disco was now wearing a pair of red shorts with red boxing gloves in his hands. He lifted his fist and chopped on the spot. Put him up, he said with a glare. I was confused by this, but I was going to find out what was going on. What's wrong with you two? Why are you at each other's throats? I asked. With another flash of light, Disco's shorts and boxing gloves disappeared before he put on Shiny Armor. He started it. I was walking through the castle, minding my own business, when guess who showed up and attacked me, he said. Shiny Armor quickly spun around with an angered look on his face. I did not, you liar. Disco glared down at him. You were pointing your spear at me, he said, because I thought you were up to your old tricks. Twilight told me all about you in her letters, Shiny Armor said strongly. Did she happen to mention that I changed my ways a few months ago? And did she also mention that I tried to protect Celeste from Thorn? Disco asked with a raised eyebrow. No, she didn't, Shiny Armor stated. Just then, Disco slivered on the table before he came up beside Twilight. Do you mind telling your dear brother that I'm not up to anything and that he's acting like a child? He said with his arms crossed again. I'm acting like a child? Sal's the one who likes to make it rain chocolate milk, Shiny Armor said loudly. Pika put this up with her front hooks on the table. Hey, who doesn't like chocolate milk rain? She said loudly. Twilight then stood up too. Everybody calm down, she ordered before she looked up at Discord. Discord, stop making my brother get in a bad mood, she said. Discord just crossed his arms and huffed. Twilight then looked at Shiny Armor. Shiny Armor, stop jumping to conclusions about Discord. I'm sorry I didn't tell you he was reformed. I kept forgetting to add it into letters I sent you, she explained. Yeah, he really has changed, I said, hoping he'd believe the truth. Don't tell me you guys really believe it, Discord. He's just acting innocent so he can cause chaos again when he gets a chance, Shiny Armor stated. Look, Shining, I know how you feel. I didn't believe it myself the first time, but you proved me wrong. You proved me that he's really turned over a new leaf. So come on, give the guy a chance like we did, I said, hoping he'd agree. Shiny Armor looked up at Discord, who was giving him set puppy dog eyes with trembling his final lip. He then looked at us again. I'm not sure, Matt, he said. Twilight then placed her hook gently on Shiny Armor's shoulder. Please, for me, she said, while giving him puppy dog eyes too. Disco's eyes definitely did work on him, but Twilight's eyes, well, he just couldn't refuse them. Shiny Armor let out a sigh before he gave Twilight a small smile. Okay, Twilight, I'll give him a chance, but this doesn't mean I trust the guy, he said. They did. Me and Twilight smiled at this news. That's okay, just as long as you try, Twilight said. Shiny Armor checked. Well, how could I say no? You use those big eyes of yours on me, he said before turning his attention to me. I swear her eyes are enchanted. When she was just a filly, she used to use them on our dad just to get some cookies before dinner, Shiny Armor said as he tossed up Twilight's hair with his hoof. I let out a small laugh as I looked at Twilight. You did not, I said. Twilight smirked. I sure did. He used to fall for it every time. He used to get in so much trouble with our mom. She laughed. We all shared a small laugh at this before Disc came up between me and Twilight and wrapped his arms around us. So now that everyone's all friendly, let's say we get this party really started, he said before he snapped his fingers again. With another flash of light, the entire room turned to a disco ring. The floor was flushed in different colors, while a disco ball hung on the ceiling. I was in so much surprise I didn't notice the rollerblades on all four of my hooves. What the frick just— whoa! I yelled as I slipped and fell to the floor. I leaned up on the floor to see that everyone was wearing rollerblades, and they rolled around as they were struggling to keep their balance. Even Spike, Jeff, and Pee-wee were wearing rollerblades, only they were wearing smaller than ours. So I got back up into my hooves and wobbled as I tried to keep myself from slipping again. As I stood there in a struggling state, this guy with rollerblades on his feet rolled past me while skating like a pro. He was leaving a rollerblade on his tail. What's wrong, Matt? Ever heard of disco rollerblade before? Or as I like to call it, disco rollerblading. Disco says he's here around me. As I continued to struggle to stand in place, I noticed Twilight across the room starting to slip, and I managed to get to her just in time to catch her. As Twilight tried to get back up, shutting out her slow roll past us while keeping perfectly still. Are you so sure about this guy? He asked. With that, I looked at Disco with a serious look. Alright, Discord, you've had your fun, now turn it back. Are you kidding? My voice said. We looked where it came from to see pt2 skate across the room. She was as good as Discord. There's just never been this much fun before. Why change this back? Whee! She said as she skated away with a large smile. For once, I actually agree with her. Miriam Dash said she also skated past us. Normally, I don't go out with Disco shenanigans, but I admit this is more enjoyable than what we previously planned. We were looking for a good source of entertainment anyway. What has been our friendship anniversary rollerblading? Rhodey asked as she started to skate gracefully across the floor. Me and Twilight looked at each other before she let out a sigh. Fine, we'll skate for a while, but once we're done, Disco has to turn shot back to normal, Twilight said strongly. At that moment, Disco skated by use. Deal, he said. He then chopped in the air and spun around a few times before laying back down in skates. Me and Twilight took it slow as we began to skate along the floor. We'd always catch each other if either of us slipped. Even though Shining Armor was still getting the hang of skating, he still had suspicions over Discord. That night, Town Square. After celebrating Twilight's first anniversary, Disco changed the corner back to normal and we set off for the Moon Festival. The clear sky was blue with sparkling stars and the full moon. The festival was being held in Town Square and everyone in town was there. As we all entered the Town Square, with Disco along with us, I noticed a large stage in front of the town hall. That must be where me and the other guys would play our song. I also saw a long table full of food and drinks. There was a large round table cake in the middle of it. Twilight told me what that cake was earlier today. She called it the moon cake. It's supposed to be the festival's main course. Some of the opponents were playing the games they had there. Some were playing a ring toss game, the pumpkin launching game, and a strength game. As we got further into the festival, Twilight smiled as she admired her surroundings. Wow, it all looks so wonderful. Hard to believe it. It was only last year when you used the ambulance for the first time to bring Luna back, she said. I looked at her with a raised eyebrow. So this must be the first moon festival ever, right? I asked. Twilight turned her head to face me and nodded. Yeah. Anyway, what should we do first? We still have an hour left before your show, she said. With that, I looked around at all the games to see if there was any I'd like to play. I then looked over the pumpkin launching game and it caught my interest. How about we play that pumpkin launching game? I've always wanted to try that one, I said. Everyone looked over the way and Shining Armor smiled. Oh, okay, I'll try that too. Looks easy. Can revisit the catapults back up in Candlelight. I always was good at using them, he stated. I looked at him with a smirk on my face. Oh yeah? Think he can beat me? I said. Shining Armor looked down at me and smirked back. Are you challenging me? I asked. I nodded. Yeah, I am. In fact, I challenge you to this game, the ring toss, and the strength game, I said, still smirking. Shining Armor rubbed his chin with an interested look in his face. Interesting. What's the prize when one of us wins? He asked. Nothing. It's just a little fun. What's wrong? Scared of losing? Shiny? I teased. Shining Armor chuckled. Oh, now you're gonna get it. You're so on. Let's see if the Captain guys can beat the hero Colonel in a few games, he said before we both headed over towards the pumpkin launching game. Twilight and the others watched us as we walked away from them. Wow. We've only known each other for a few hours